think when you reflect on your times in school, you think primarily of the teachers and the folks that worked with you directly. Was fortunate to have many wonderful teachers in the public schools of Raleigh County in West Virginia, but certainly one of the first people who comes to mind was a gentleman named Neil Horrocks. And Mr. Horrocks was the band director at my junior high school, and I also took private music lessons from Mr. Horrocks. And at the age of 13 or 14 when I met him, I was very impressionable, and he was a very impressive personality. Not only was he a great talent, he was a very gifted musician very early in his career and went on to greater things in his life. But in this early phase of his career, he was working in a junior high school in a public school system. He impressed me personally because he was very comfortable being different. He was from Philadelphia. He was a big city guy, and he had gone to very prestigious schools. He was living and working in a small southern town, and he was very comfortable with being somewhat more flamboyant and somewhat more urbane and sophisticated than many of us were used to. But I think that was part of his attraction. He sort of embodied to us what one could become if one worked hard and pursued education and reached beyond the things they were familiar with. One of the things I found most inspiring about him, although I had had several private tutors and music teachers in the past, was that his approach was unique in the degree to which he involved me in the education. He not only would give you your weekly assignments and listen to you and critique how you played, but he always brought his own instrument and he played duets with you. Most of his assignments were duets, and it was a great thrill to sound so much better playing with him than you possibly could at that early stage playing solo. But you also learned so much about the feel of music. Early on in music education, you're so distracted by technique that you tend not to really feel the music. And with him playing so beautifully beside you, you could feel that as well. And although that was specifically a musical context, it's something I've applied throughout my life as far as working with students and trying to create an approachable sense and to share not only my subject area expertise, but also a bit of self in doing with students. Once again, I'm Doug Covey, and I hope you will join me in reconstructing the stories of change, equity, and promise in urban education.